Hey everyone, welcome back to Red Lipstick Club Reality. You guys, I'm so excited. First off, I am just getting all this stuff together. I know there was like a reflection with my glasses, and looking it up, you have to have 2 tripods for those things. So bear with me for these next few videos why I figure it all out. Eventually I'll figure it all out so I can still wear my glasses because I love them. The frames are so much fun and I have to have them. But anyway, welcome back, you guys. We have hit over 100 subscribers. I don't know how that happened. Actually, I do. All of you guys are why I've been able to hit over 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting this little channel that I did because I wanted friends to talk about sister wives with all the time. And I am loving the chat. And even when you guys disagree with me, which I know I'm going to bring up maybe some controversial topics that not everybody agrees with, that's okay. We can agree to disagree. We can have a thoughtful and respectful conversation in the comments, which is exactly what we've had so far. So I just think it's great, and keep it coming. If you disagree, you guys, it's totally okay. Still put it in the comments. I'll still have a conversation with you. We don't all have to agree, which is why I love having this channel, because I can actually say when I'm not on that same page, right? If you guys have not subscribed to the channel and you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. It totally helps me out. Also, if you love this video and you want to help support me, it's free to do. You can hit the like button, and you can also put some comments down below as we're talking about everything today, and share the video. There's so many people. There's a lot of closeted sister wives people out there. So if you know some people out there that would love to hear some more sister wives commentary, share my video with them. We'd love to have them over here at Red Lipstick Club. So I had to do a few videos. You guys requested that I kind of break down some things. So I'm excited to do that in a few different videos today. So the first video I wanted to talk about today, you guys, was about the revelations that came from episode 3. And for me, there were 4 big revelations that were mentioned in this episode. And I had to talk about them in a separate video because otherwise my review would have been like 5 hours long. So without further ado, also, thank you guys for telling me that that was Cody's friend and not his brother. I was so confused, y'all. I was like, that's his brother? He looks nothing like the rest of them. So now I've also learned through you guys that the guy that, I forget his name, I'll remember it someday. Anywho, he's married to Mary's sister. Now, the woman he's divorcing, because he's a polygamist as well, they said, is he divorcing another wife, or is he divorcing Mary's sister? I don't know. If you guys know that, put it in the comments below, because I'm curious. Is he divorcing Mary's sister, or is he divorcing someone else? So anyway, moving on. Let's talk about the revelations, you guys. First revelation that really stood out to me in episode 3, and I did take my notes because I love a trusty note, is when they were having that group talk with all the guys. Cody basically calls out what everybody has been saying watching this show, that plural husbands escape issues and problems with one wife by going to the home of another wife. And I thought for years, Cody for years has basically denied that that is what is occurring, that he's escaping to, for instance, Robin's home to escape responsibility and issues at other people's homes. And he called it out in front of everyone. Sometimes I think he forgets he's actually on camera and says these things out loud. But he basically says what we all have been saying, is that Cody has been escaping issues and problems and responsibilities from one wife's home and going to another wife's home to escape that and not have to answer to it. And I would say the big thing about this, if you guys watched My 5 Wives, I think why that family worked well is when Brady from that family would go to a different wife's house, if the other wife was upset, those wives really had each other's backs. Even if you would have some hints of jealousy here and there, at the end of the day, they would have each other's back, and they would call him out and have him go fix the issues or concerns he had with the other wife before he would come to them. Even sometimes giving up their nights so he could go fix that relationship, because they truly understood if that relationship isn't good, none of ours are good. It's at some point, it's going to trickle down to you. Robin apparently didn't get that memo that at some point, sweetie, Once everybody else has left, all the frustrations and the problems would come down to you because now he has nowhere to escape. So that was just a quick revelation I noticed as he finally admitted that these polygamous men escape to other wives' houses to get away from other wives they're having issues with. Second revelation that I wanted to point out is that Robin's solution to becoming the favorite wife was childcare. And hearing her talk about that when Christine points out that Kody would not help her when she was pregnant with Truly and she actually had to work to help supplement income in that home. Obviously, when you have 13 kids, 12 at that time, but going to be 13 kids, you're also eventually maybe bringing somebody else into the home. One person working, another person working half-time. It's just not enough for that many kids. So Christine not only was the caretaker for all those kids, even doing homeschool for a lot of them, but she also was pregnant and was having to work. And this man had Aspen tucking in the kids. Also, too, in that moment, where was Mary? Why was Mary not stepping up? Isn't that the whole point of having sister wives, is that you have another parent there to help out? I'm still confused by that. But Robin points out that she had childcare. That's the only reason why Robin had the flexibility to cater to Kody. She didn't have the same complaints as the other women had because those women were not going to spend family money on childcare because that's what Robin was doing. She was spending family money on childcare. And when she was doing that, it was when they were first starting to earn money. So she never went through a period with that family where they were just completely broke and literally living like paycheck to paycheck. The other wives didn't have the affordability, the money to pay for childcare to fill in the gaps where Kody was absent. So that's just something I'm glad that she called out herself, that she, number one, did not depend on Kody because she had the ability to get childcare. And I have yet to hear her say one time, you know what, maybe if Christine or Janelle would have had childcare, they would have had more flexibility to be there for Kody too. Maybe if Janelle would have had some help, her kids would have had their mom to come home and cook dinner for them instead of Christine having to be the only one, or having Logan having to cook dinner for her kids every single morning because she was slaving away working to try to keep up for all of these kids. So that was a revelation that was interesting to me that she actually said out loud. And I don't think she realizes how selfish that actually made her look. She thinks it made her look better. It actually made her look incredibly selfish, deciding to get childcare. Okay, girl. Third revelation, I only have a total of 4, but here's the third revelation. Janelle finally calls out the elephant in the room that Kody pushes his wives away when he no longer wants to be with them. And you guys remember when Sukanya was interviewing Kody and she called out that basically what Kody does is he emotionally abandons, I'm pretty sure she said emotionally abandons, basically emotionally abandons his wives. And he did it with Mary and he also did it with Christine. And instead of him saying, I just will not be with you anymore, I'm going to leave you, he would go missing on them, ignore them, emotionally abandon them, to the point where these women would finally say, okay, I guess I'm done. And he's starting to do that now with Janelle, and she's recognizing it. And it took longer, I think, for Janelle. You guys let me know in the comments if you agree, is that Janelle really wasn't a very emotionally in tune or connected person to begin with, especially when it came to like romantic relationships. I think that she started to get better with her children once she had some more time and flexibility to do so, but she didn't always seem like the most emotionally present person for really anybody. And I think as she's gotten older, she's actually been able to develop that more, and she has become more emotionally in tune. And also when you have less kids, now you have more time on your hands and you're spending more time with this guy. So you're really getting to know him outside of him being a dad. And if he's failing at the one thing that you thought he was good at, which is being a father, all of his other flaws will really rise to the surface. And she really just could no longer sit around and let it be okay. And you notice with Kody, I just think, honestly, y'all, Kody just wanted to be a monogamist. He no longer wanted the responsibility of having wives. So instead of him being a man about it and telling this woman he didn't want to be with them anymore, he started ignoring them and emotionally alienating them. So I was so glad, you guys, that Janelle finally called that out and said, this guy is doing to me exactly what he did to Meri and Christine. And it's a way for him to get away from the responsibility of saying, I don't want to be with you anymore. Says a lot too that Janelle still would be in a plural relationship. So plural marriage was not the issue for her. It's the person that she decided to have plural marriage with. Final revelation that I found from episode 3 is that Janelle has been pouring all of her money and resources into Coyote Pass and the family accounts to the point of being stupid. And now she's ass out, you guys, not knowing if she's going to have any retirement or assets to fall back on when she is ready to retire. I believe, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Janelle cash out her 401k to pay down a bulk of the debt for Robyn so she could qualify for the loan to get her house in the original cul-de-sac? Which, you guys, to just cash out your 401k is, you're giving up retirement. And to have all your money wrapped up into a piece of land that other people's names are on, and you're on a mortgage that's a privately held mortgage where you could lose it all if you don't pay it off, and then you're dependent on other people to help you to pay it off, and they're dragging their feet about it. The panic I would feel, and I could tell that she probably too felt panic, where she's like, oh my God, if these people, I'm dependent on them to pay this property off, so I will actually be able to build a home and have an estate and have something to pass down to my children. I didn't work all these years and sacrifice for this family and the family unit for everybody else to walk away hands full and for me to walk away empty. I don't know how you guys feel, but I still think back to when Meri announced that she was going to get a divorce for Robyn to get married to Kody, and Janelle's reaction to that. And then when she had the conversation with Kody, she says, I'm just concerned that, and Kody confirmed it for her, I'm concerned that you're basically going to ride off into the sunset with Robyn. I don't know if maybe she had some intuition, or maybe she was calling out what she knew and didn't want to admit that she knew this is what it was all about. But I feel like she just manifested her own fate, you guys, when it comes to this. And I really want to talk about down the line, you guys, about that divorce shenanigans with Meri and Kody and how he married Robyn. I really think Robyn and Kody colluded, and yes, we're using colluded, to convince everybody else that those kids were in danger and that they would have all these issues if they did not adopt, to convince Meri to give up that power so they could have all the power. Something with that whole situation is really fishy to me, and I would love to dive deeper into it, so I just might. Either way, though, you guys, those are my 4 revelations that I found really stood out in episode 3. I'm hoping to do some revelation videos after each episode, because it's starting to feel like each episode has a few juicy tidbits that we're going to want to talk about a little bit further. So thank you guys so much for joining. If you have not liked the video, you guys, please like the video, share the video, put some comments down below. Tell me about some other topics you might want me to cover. I'm going to do a few videos this week to tie you over until my review from Sunday's episode. But this show is getting so good, you guys. I'm loving it. All right, until next time.